Thank you, thank you. Okay. Pitch4k is designed to foster the entrepreneurial mindset in Flint and Genesee County, along with creating an inclusive support system to assist individuals moving their ideas, products, and business forward. As you may know, we have rules. You must be 18 or older to participate, reside in Flint or Genesee County, and you must accept mentoring both before and after the competition. For those that are operating a business already, you must have less than 1 year of operations. Today is the 5th year for Pitch4k. This is the third of 3 competitions this year. And thank you, CS My Foundation, for your support of the competitions. Ooh, I went too fast, huh? And thank you to MEDC for being our award sponsor for the People's Choice Award. The finalists presenting were selected out of over 20 submissions. As part of their preparation, the finalists participated in a pitch clinic facilitated by the University of Michigan's Office of Research and Economic Development. They were paired with a mentor to assist in their pitch presentation. The finalists will have 5 minutes to present their pitch. 5 minutes. After that, the judges are allowed 1 question per pitch, and the finalists will have 60 seconds to answer. The judges will then deliberate and select the winners 1st through 3rd. The audience vote will determine the People's Choice Award. Oh, this is exciting. People's Choice Award will be $1,000. 3rd place will also be $1,000. 2nd place, $2,500. And 1st place will be $5,000. This is exciting. Okay, first we're gonna have Dan Curran. Hey, Dan is a Kettering graduated and earned his degree in electrical engineering and has over 15 years of professional experience in IT support, software development and electronics consulting. Additionally, he has worked with Tyler Technologies, a leading government tech company. Dan's skills has enabled him to develop solutions that effectively address real-world challenges while meeting technical requirements. He is a visionary with a passion for helping people. Dan values time with his family, traveling, trying new restaurants, excuse me, and volunteering with his son's soapbox derby team. There you go. Thank you.
And that pizza smells good. I'm really looking forward to that. So how many of you recognize this? This is the Domino's pizza tracker. 8 years ago, this blew everybody's minds. The ability to see when you placed your order, that it was in the oven, and that Jose was getting it in the car to deliver it. But today, we expect that. That's not a mind-blowing concept. From applications like FedEx, Home Depot, Instacart, where you can see who's shopping for you as well as the substitutions, and even Amazon, where you can see the truck as it's coming into your neighborhood. So what these companies have figured out is that transparency builds trust. So my question is, why doesn't interacting with government feel like that? There's 2 problems that I'm trying to solve. The first one is the government feels like a black hole. You make a request or you have an issue and it just goes out there and you have no idea what happens to it after that. The second problem that I'm trying to address is that current government IT tools are too rigid. Maybe they're off the shelf. If you think of them as circles, there's either too much overlap or too big of a gap between them. And all of that leads to wasted taxpayer dollars. So my solution is CivicOS L3C. This is a low-code software tool built specifically for governments. And it allows those governments to build exactly the right system that they need. I like to say that no two governments, no two communities are exactly the same, and so their tools shouldn't be either. We want to provide that see-through feel for users. So instead of having a black box, it's like a clear box that you can see what's going on. And then finally, we're going to build it using open source software. This is software that's developed by the community, in this case by governments, and shared. There's no licensing cost associated with it. So that allows governments to do more with less. So there's two things that I want you to imagine that we can do with CivicOS. The first one is the pothole observation system. You've got a pothole outside of your house right in the street, and you see it every day whenever you come in or leave the house. So imagine that you could take a picture of that and upload it into the system, and then you could see as that issue that you raised goes through all the different processes necessary, that it's been verified, that it's been put out for bid. You can see the company that put in the bids and which one was accepted, and then finally you can get a notification that it's been patched or solved. The second way I want you to imagine using CivicOS is imagine if your 911 system that your county uses was based on CivicOS, and you could subscribe to your address in the system. Maybe you're at work and you get a notification that the fire department's been dispatched to your address. That would be really valuable. Or picture taking care of an aging parent, and you find out that EMS has been dispatched to that address. Very valuable, very impactful. In terms of competition, there are low-code tools out there that people use for governments, like Salesforce, that allow somebody who doesn't write code necessarily to build out the system and program it and get it set up the way it needs to be. But Salesforce is very expensive, and so that's where the open source software comes in, to be able to offer that same kind of experience, but at a lower cost. So you might be asking, how can you make money by giving something away? Well, let me just clarify. We're a business, so we make money from government contracts, selling to governments. That could be consulting and setup services, or maybe software as a service, hosting the software and selling it on a monthly basis. And then finally, maybe some custom software development to make the tool do something that it can't do yet. IT spending, government IT spending in the United States is about a $120 billion market. Narrowing that down a little bit to just state and local IT, it's about $40 billion. But what we're targeting is municipal IT, like cities, counties, townships, and those sorts of things, which is a $20 billion a year industry. This is the team. Kind of a small team right now, but we are looking for partners to help with communications and marketing, to take these big ideas and turn them into English, and then also someone to take from me the software engineering to make it a really secure, really stable application so that I can focus on actually building solutions. In terms of projections, this is something that can be very profitable, but we're going to scale that back with the nonprofit aspect, or sorry, the low profit aspect. And we expect to break even in about 3 years. There's some expenses that we're looking at, like trademark. And thank you very much for your time.
So first, thank you. I'm interested to know whether you were marketing to, you said that you were marketing to the local municipalities, right? Are you interested in marketing to them or marketing to the people who would wind up using the service and trying to get them interested?
That's a good question. So the question, if I can maybe rephrase it, is are we marketing to governments or are we marketing to citizens? And I think the strength of our idea is both, that with open government principles, we really can appeal to citizens, but the tools are going to be practical and be used and ultimately purchased by municipal governments. So there's kind of a distinction between our customer and our users. Our users are everyday citizens as well as people inside of governments, but the people ultimately paying the bills directly are those governments and indirectly the taxpayers.
Very well done. Is this currently in use in any municipalities or villages, townships? And if not, have you tested it with any of the municipalities?
That's a great question. This is a brand new idea. There are tools out there that are like this, but not doing the open government, open source mindset. And so right now this is an idea. We've taken it through the binder process here at 100K Ideas to see if there's a market for it, to check against trademarks and things like that. And then we've also, with SIPI, which is a local organization that works with nonprofits, gone through a leadership cohort to plot out some strategic direction. But right now it's an idea that we're developing.
I think this is so fascinating. I have so many questions, but they only give me one.
Thank you.
With you saying that one of the primary problems that you want to solve is the cost of the current system and to really kind of expand and provide trust in your system, how are you planning to maintain your system, being that it looks like it's going to provide a lot more information than we're typically accessible to? How are you looking to maintain that system?
Sure. So in terms of the maintenance, I'm thinking about this the way that a lot of open source software development works, where there's a community around the software that pitches in or donates time to keep the system maintained. But one of the good things is that there is like I mentioned, the $20 billion a year market. So there is money available to sell this as a real business. And I know that maintaining software isn't free. It does take effort. But I'm hoping that's where the open source aspect can come in to spread the load around. Thank you.
Next, we have Dylan Frost. While Dylan may seem like a very generic dude, there's a nerd hidden behind his kind demeanor. He spent time training as an engineer, but has rotated through various roles in the plastic industry, ranging from product development to marketing. His idea today is a change of pace from his previous experience. He is not satisfied with business as usual and enjoys a challenge. This is shown when he thinks about products holistically, promotes non-traditional manufacturing methods, and puts emphasis on building up people just as much as his products. Dylan.
Thank you everybody for your time today. My name is Dylan Frost, and I'm going to talk about my business idea with Brookway Technologies. The vision that we have is to create a network of distributed energy producers in the U.S. that can supply local resources like electricity and hydrogen to local areas across the country. The mission to achieve this vision is going to be to develop better energy storage technologies for more economical distributed energy storage. And the market problem that we can build our business around is going to be that utilities don't want to pay independent power producers like solar panel residential systems for the extra power that they produce, and it's expensive to store this power. So what that extra power actually looks like here is demonstrated in a graph, and I have hour by hour the usage in yellow and then the solar panel output in red from my own home as well as from national lab projections for the Flint area solar resources. So all of that area that's circled in red is going to be sent back to the grid for free, and the utility producers essentially don't have to pay for it. So the value of this problem is that based on the Michigan average electric rate, you're essentially saving the green portion of electricity by having these solar panels when your home can use the electric, and that's about $400 per year for a system sized for my home, which is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. And the amount of electricity that you're sending back to the utility for free is more than twice that. Our solution is to install our system called the SURF, which will convert the surplus power into hydrogen, which can be later regenerated as electricity when your solar panels aren't producing electricity, or it could be sold as a gas to just strictly monetize it. So you might be wondering why hydrogen, and it comes down to its simplicity. Hydrogen can be produced by only water and electricity, and is a carbon-free fuel. There is existing industrial demand in Michigan, and it's shelf-stable indefinitely, so you can store it without worrying about it degrading over time. This is what our solution would actually look like. Instead of sending the electricity back to the grid, you would divert it to our system, which would then create the hydrogen, and you could store it on site. And then you could use that hydrogen by putting it back into our system, which it would then generate electricity from, or you can have our brokerage distribution network come and pick that hydrogen up and then compensate you. The business model is going to be based around hardware as a service, so it'll be approximately $500 a month to rent our system, and we'll gross profit approximately $100 per month from that. This is similar to equipment rental business models, and then some of the cost assumptions in the top right are pulled from the Department of Energy's analyses on this type of technology. The main value that we're really bringing to customers is that we're giving them money and we're compensating them for this extra power that their system is producing. And this will all come at a small upfront investment with no maintenance to them, and it'll be installed per Michigan regulation for hydrogen energy systems, which we do have in place. The economics of a 50 kilowatt system is actually about producing 37,000 kilowatt hours per year, and this would be the extra solar that you're producing. You could use our system to convert that into 900 kilograms of hydrogen per year, which after subtracting our system rental costs would net the customer about $1,000 a year or $100 a month. The main competition is against battery systems. As you can see, battery systems are higher upfront cost, higher storage costs, and lower capacity. For example, 100 kilowatt hours of electricity, which could power your home for about a week, would cost around $8,000 to store as gaseous hydrogen, where it would cost $80,000 to store in a battery system. The main drawback of our system is the efficiency, but at the end of the day, the economics will win out, and batteries cannot offer the same value that our system can. The target customers are, of course, Michigan residents, but the total available market will expand to other U.S. customers that have existing solar capacity of 50,000 or more kilowatts that are enrolled in their distributed energy generation programs and in areas where they could use this energy. And the total market is around $24 billion based off of small-scale solar installations. Again, this is not geared towards the large megawatt level installations, but rather smaller and mid-size installations that are more distributed. In Michigan, there are around 200 customers, and that would be a market of around $2.5 million for the size of systems that we're looking for. And then the size of market is around $600,000 for customers that are not already legacy net metering. Here's what the current hydrogen market is in Michigan, and there is actually a customer here in Flint. The MTA Flint buses use hydrogen in their fuel cell buses. And here's an explanation of what I would use the money for and then my next steps. And thank you everybody for your time today. I was going to say, especially my wife for listening to me talk about hydrogen constantly for the last 5 years.
Thank you. That was well done. Maybe a little over my head, but I appreciate the information. So, who and how will you market this product to? It seems like it's not necessarily consumers, or was it for consumers? And I missed that.
Yeah, so it would be towards residential homeowners that have large solar panel arrays at their home, but it could also be commercial customers, like let's say a farm has a lot of solar panels installed. They would be good customers. And essentially I could market it through existing like solar installers, and so they could sell it alongside their batteries. Or I could just have a digital marketing channel to promote it via Facebook ads, Google ads, all that kind of stuff.
Could you elaborate just a little bit again on those financial benefits? I think I saw on the slide that it said the cost for the software was $500 monthly. And how much was the benefit to the homeowners monthly?
Yeah, so it would be a hardware unit that they install, kind of like a standby generator, essentially. They would have it at their home. And it would cost them $500 a month, and then they could basically sell the hydrogen for $600 a month. So they would be having a net income of about $100 a month. It would distribute differently based off of like the season, because a lot more power would be produced in the summer, but that's kind of how it averages out.
Can you talk about the safety of the system?
Yeah,
safety concerns.
Thank you guys for all your questions, by the way. I do have a supplemental slide on the safety. And so the American Institute of Chemical Engineers has safety guidelines for hydrogen systems. So you can kind of think of hydrogen about as safe as natural gas, since they're both gaseous combustible fuels. And with that being said, you can't just put a hydrogen molecule into a natural gas system. The piping and the fittings aren't quite rated for the same, system, I guess is what you could say. But essentially with the proper procedures and equipment and guidelines in place, which there are national and state level regulations that are regulations and safety codes being developed, you can operate the system as safe as a natural gas infrastructure.
Next we have Janae Moy. Janae is a passionate and experienced beauty professional dedicated to enhancing the confidence and well-being of her clients. With a wealth of knowledge and expertise in the beauty industry, Janae specializes in providing personalized hair care solutions that cater to individual needs. Her commitment to ongoing education ensures she remains up to date with the latest trends and techniques in hair care. Known for her warm demeanor and attention to detail, Janae creates a welcoming and inclusive environment for her clients. Through her work, Janae aims to inspire others to embrace their unique beauty and feel empowered in their own skin. Thank you, Janae.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Janae Moy. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. In all of my life, my mother has always been a hairstylist. I can remember as early as 5 years old being in the salon and being paid for folding towels, detangling hair, and even there was a thing we had microwave ponytails, even rolling ponytails for clients. But I vowed never to do hair. Just no way was it for me. About 8 years ago, my mom encouraged me to attend hair school. She wanted to start a family business. I conceded and got into the hair industry. Unfortunately, during my hair schooling, we lost my mom due to self-harm. But I still completed hair school. I've been licensed for 8 years. I'm also a hair loss specialist. from USTI, that's the U.S. School of Trichology, and I am so very proud to present to you my flagship products, Hair Revive Plus, revitalizing hair health one strand at a time. So again, the problem we are resolving is hair loss. Millions of people, men, women, and children suffer from hair loss, be it from hormones, genetics, poor health conditions, or styling conditions. Hair loss can affect not only just your personal being, but it also affects your confidence, making it hard for people just even to move around in everyday life. You'll notice a lot of people wear hats all the time. We wear a lot of wigs and do a lot of things to just conceal those hair issues. Our products have proven results. This is just 3 months of growth. Our products are a shampoo and conditioner, all natural ingredients formulated again to deal with hair loss. We have the shampoo conditioner, we have a topical solution, as well as a capsule or a nutrient supplement. So our goal with our hair care system is to not only treat those hair concerns from the outside, but the inside as well, nourishing your hair from root to tip. One of our products I have here with me today is just a small sample. This is just a 2-ounce container. You just shake it up and just spray it on your problem or your concern areas. Again, all natural ingredients, plant-based. We have clinically proven results. We've been working with a scientist. She's also from Flint, but we've been working with a scientist just to get our real life results. So our clinical results have been proven. And again, the hair industry is a $90 billion industry and growing year after year. Our customer base is men, women, and children. All of our products are safe for use of anyone. Let's see. And again, we have no harmful chemicals. That's one of the ways we set ourselves apart. We have no harmful chemicals in our products. Again, proven results, and a portion of all of our proceeds go to self-harm and suicide awareness in honor of my mother. Our revenue streams will be direct sales, online, our online store, and retail partnerships. So we are beginning to partner with some local beauty professionals so we can get our hair products into, not just into stores, but into those salons that you all frequent to make them easily accessible. Our financial projections, year one, we're projecting modestly to do $100,000 with $250,000 in year two and $500,000 by year three. We should be break even within the first year. And again, Hair Revive Plus, unlock the secret to fuller, healthier hair. Thank you. Any questions?
So first, thank you. Secondly, can you tell us more about the financials behind your idea here?
So, say for instance, this product here, it costs us about $4 to produce this 2-ounce bottle. It'll be sold for $12. Most of our products range about the $20 range. That's our shampoo, conditioner. And then this, the larger 4-ounce container of this, again, is about that $20 range. So with your help, we'll be able to market ourselves to get out to our consumers through social media and other partnerships. And that should produce our growth.
And now that you mentioned the marketing, I'd like to hear more about your strategy or your plans for marketing the products. I think they look amazing. They definitely are seeing results so far, but what are your plans for marketing them? You have the financials down, but how are you getting them into consumer hands?
So we're getting into consumer hands first with initiatives like this, just getting in front of people. With a lot of social media marketing, we have some like partnerships with some brand ambassadors again, getting into other salons. I have a huge connection with me being in the beauty industry. So just networking in that way and just doing other events just to really get our name out to the masses.
Good job.
Thank
You said
you.
that you were working with scientists
Yes.
to develop the product. How and where will you be manufacturing it? And are you working with anybody on labeling?
I'm sorry?
So, for labels on your product, to label, you know, what's in the product, how it was made, where it was made.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we are labeling. I tried to go really large for this event, so I did work with the manufacturer, but they did not get me my products in time. Previously, I was just doing everything on my own. I work out of a facility that we're leasing currently just to produce my products. It's really in our salon, but it's a designated area. So that's how we're producing now, but our goal is to be able to work with some reputable manufacturers for all of our labeling. And let me see. I don't think I have them. So even this is just what they looked like previously. This should all be on all of our products. It includes the ingredients, any FDA warnings. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Kyrie Morgan and Clean Sheets. Her mission is to provide a natural solution to life's everyday issues. Clean Sheets looks to embody the importance of self-care and personal hygiene. The ultimate goal is to provide quality products for everyday people just like us. We are definitely different. Thank you.
So, the mission for Clean Sheets started as a problem. I worked during COVID as a medical assistant. I listened to people fight with doctors about covering their face. It was so hard to get people to understand the importance of cleanliness and personal hygiene. People stubborn. Solution. Clean Sheets personal hygiene bag for the generation who has to work 3-4 jobs. Gig work, students, everybody's on the go. Clean Sheet personal hygiene bags come with everything. You've got your deodorant, you've got your personal care toothbrush, deodorant, toothbrush, body butters, edge control, anything that you would need to keep yourself fresh while you're out on the go. The goal was to create a line of products that worked for me, healing my own self. Our marketing strategy. We go outside, we meet people, we talk to people, we deal with people in everyday life. We talk to people about what's going on with them. We have an understanding of our customer base because we're them. We've worked 2 jobs and didn't have time to go home and sit, shower, and motivate. So we came up with a solution for it. So I also do a pop-up shop. So that is our marketing strategy. We do pop-ups around Genesee County. We do Detroit metro area. We do vendor tables. As you can see, we have a full line of the personal hygiene bags. We also have Skin Magic, which is our turmeric turmeric lotion bar. And we have a beard care, which is a beard balm, and a beard wash. Okay, so on this one side. So the intent for this was for people to see that we are a personal care brand. We carry the personal hygiene bags that can be customized. We also carry a peppermint body butter. We also carry chemistry, which is body butter with pheromones.
So it seems like you carry personal care products, like the soaps,
Yes.
the body butters. It seems like you took good care of that. So where do you manufacture those? Or is that done at home? And is that the
So we
pop-up
have
shop?
a nurse that we work hand in hand with. We come up with ideas and she creates them in the lab. She is certified and she's actually, she creates it for our brand. And our products are all insured, so we're not experimenting on anybody.
Okay, so I see that you guys already have some current sales and whatnot.
Yes,
so what
ma'am.
exactly are you looking to do with the funds if you were to win $5,000 here today?
So the intent is to get set up for a school year. The school year will help boom business because you got students who need those bags in their book bags. The schools don't allow bags to come in that aren't clear. You can walk around with them in school. You got AFC homes that give that kind of stuff to residents that could use them. You got Job Corps centers. Like, these are the kind of places that we market to because they could use this kind of stuff. The high school teacher who has the kid that's not really well taken care of, you buy one, you put it in your desk and slide it in there for them. I'm doing it from an honest experience point.
Out of curiosity, how much flow of money, how much money would you have to move to make this sustainable?
So we actually, on each bag, we are making a 30% profit, and on each product, we are making a 40% profit. So we are making money, and our turmeric samples are sold for double.
Next, we have Nicole Richardson. Nicole is a creator, wife, mom, writer, and entrepreneur. With a bachelor's degree in advertising and PR and a Master of Arts degree in arts administration. She was born and raised in Flint, Michigan, and has lived all over the United States. Nicole is passionate about living out her purpose right here on earth, being one with Christ and being who the Most High God created her to be.
There we go. Thank you, ma'am. Hello. My name is Nicole Richardson, and I am the founder of the Museum of Modern Black Beauty, or the MOM. The reason why it's modern is because we seek to redefine what beauty is, and we seek to heal broken value systems in the Black community. So this is me over here as a little girl looking so cute, and this is me over here at age 17. What most people don't realize or know about me is that this whole time, or that whole time when I was growing up, I never felt beautiful. Even though I'm clearly beautiful, and even though all of us are beautiful because we're made and born in the image and likeness of God. Even when I was 17 and I had my hair straightened, and I had makeup on, and I had the clothes and everything, I was just so insecure. And no one would ever know. I would get compliments that were nice, but they were kind of backhanded. They would say, you know, you're very beautiful for a dark-skinned girl. And there are countless Black and brown girls all over, girls and boys all over the U.S. who deal with this issue. especially because we hardly ever see images of people who look like us in real life or on the screen. And the times that we do see images of people who look like us, they tend to be hypersexualized or very exaggerated tropes that promote negativity. As an adult, how do we think this could affect one's mental health, their perception of themselves, and their perception of their life, as well as their self-esteem? So that is where we come in, because the problem is that all of these things in Western society have led to feelings of rejection amongst a lot of African Americans, and also a lack of awareness of their own inherent beauty on the inside. Constantly being rejected can wreak havoc in the life of an individual. It can affect their relationships, it can affect their parenting and how they show up on their job. It can also affect their health and well-being. And so we come in through the mom by creating healing and learning opportunities through exhibits, workshops, events that examine the psychological issues from the Black community that have been internalized over the course of time from chattel slavery. All of us like to look good. I'm up here, I'm looking my best, and I'm sure most of you are as well. According to the statistic, African American women alone spend about $7.5 billion. That's billion with a B, y'all. $1 billion a year on beauty products. That is about 80% more than the mainstream female market. And so we must ask ourselves, could there be some overcompensating happening in the Black community or among African Americans, especially when in comparison to other racial groups, about 49% of Black women in particular have dealt with symptoms of depression. There's even more who may not even be aware that they're dealing with depression, but this is the statistic that they have come to. Feeling seen, heard, and appreciated is a fundamental human need and a human right, if I dare say. The ability for a person to love themselves allows them to be able to love others and to show up in life as a healthy human being. And so when we think about, we just celebrated Juneteenth yesterday, and when you think about how when slavery ended, none of the slaves were giving counseling or therapy for all of the trauma that they went through. And so the Museum of Modern Black Beauty, or the MOM, will be there to offer different services, to educate, and to provide those things. Three-dimensional health is what we are aiming for, to transform the definition of beauty from external to internal, mental, emotional, physical health. An example of that would be our first exhibit, which is what the funds for this competition will be going towards. It's called Black, Brown, Blues, and Hues. It would address colorism in the Black community and the negative effects it's had on all of us. So thank you.
So first, well played, very nice.
Thank you.
Secondly, is this, in your mind, is this primarily a for-profit?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
can you say more about that?
Sure. It would be a business. We would travel to, the exhibits would travel and the workshop would travel to various locations throughout U.S. cities. We would show up at community institutions, and then we would work with, I don't know if they're nonprofit, but we would have a partnership with Open Source Wellness. They have a template already for community building. And so I have, for the Black, Brown, Blues, and Hues exhibit, this would be an example of the budget for that. We would make most of our revenue from ticket sales. We will have a membership program, again, to foster that community building that we're trying to establish. in multiple cities and locations. And then we will also have gift sales. And I would say the major source of our business revenue would come from advertising and sponsorships of these exhibits, events, workshops, and so on. So,
So, nicely done. How
Thank you.
will you select the, I don't want to call it curriculum, but
Yeah.
the idea for each of your pop-ups? Like, where will that
Yeah.
come from?
I have a whole library, I have a whole document of ideas of just the different things. My background is in advertising, and so I feel like I have a lot of information or just alone of how the effects of media and different things that have contributed in relation to Black culture and how that's affected, you know, the masses or whatever. Thank you.
I thought this was very well done, very thoughtfully curated. I love the
Thank you.
idea. So many questions. It's always the pressure of the one question for me. You said the money would go toward the first event, but I did see a budget figure of, I believe, about $12,000.
Yes, for that event.
So if you were to win maybe $5,000 today, that knocks out a chunk. But could you explain maybe some more of the financials? Like, how
Sure.
are you raising money? Are you looking for sponsorships right now? How are we
Right.
scaling and making this a viable business?
Yeah, that's a great question. So glad you asked. So the 5,000 or whatever funds I would hopefully receive today would go towards the printing of the materials for the Black, Brown, Blues, and Hues exhibit. And then the rest of the funds would be acquired through getting advertising and sponsorships beforehand. So there would be a booklet for each exhibit, and different businesses can pay for advertising, and different businesses that align, of course, with, you know, what we're doing can even sponsor these exhibits or events and workshops as well. So that's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's give our contestants another hand. They did a wonderful job. Okay, are you ready? Because we are about to pull out our smartphones and go to the URL code. I need to pull that up for you. Okay, we're going to go to vote4pitch.com. That is spelled VOTEFORPITCH.com. Once you get to the website, you will be asked to order the finalists based on preference. Just simply drag and place each person in the order you decide, and you will have 5 minutes to vote. All right, are we ready? Okay, Erica. Erica Walker was born and raised right here in Flint, Michigan. A mother of 2 children and a self-taught seamstress, fashion designer, and a fashion mentor. I need your help. She specializes in making formal wear, such as prom dresses and wedding dresses. While she makes clothes, she's also mentoring and teaching sewing. Erica enjoys teaching those that have a passion for learning such a valuable skill, such as sewing. Being a seamstress and fashion designer allows Erica to start a creative and useful business. I love this outfit. That's cute. Okay. What have you been up to since winning first place back in October 2023?
So right after I won the competition back in October, I started my prom season, and my 2024 prom season, where I this year did 20 dresses for prom. Most of my prom clients are right here in Genesee County. I had a few that was outside of Genesee County, but most of my girls was right here in Genesee County, where they went to the school that you guys, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of my dresses and didn't even know it was mine.
Okay. How did the competition help your idea and your business move forward?
So back in October, I won first place. I also won People's Choice, so I walked out of here with $6,000. I put that money towards buying equipment for my business, buying materials for my business, and marketing for my business.
Okay. What advice would you give to people thinking about applying to participate in Pitch4k?
So I would say to be serious about the competition, because the contestants that's in the competition are serious about their business, and you have to really put forth a good effort in your business and in being in the competition, putting forth the effort in competing.
All right. And if you, any of you, would like to participate in the next competition, it will be held on September 26, 2024. The submissions are open. There's a slight change. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The submissions are, where are you? July 4th? July 4th. You're welcome. Did everybody catch that? The submissions are due July 4th for September 26th competition. Okay? One of the rules have changed starting in September. Okay? It's regarding business. It's gone from having 1 year or less in business to not generating more than 250,000 in revenue. So even if you've been in business for 5 years, if you have not made 250,000, you can participate. Okay? Let's give.
So
I'm sorry.
I would also like to congratulate everybody that competed today. And if you do not win today, do not be discouraged. Take that, go back home, and work again on your craft and come back.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Great advice. Okay, are the judges ready? I'm going to get out of the way because those are some large checks. All right. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start with you. Okay. And our People's Choice Award winner is, drum roll, Nicole Richardson. Okay. And our third place winner, Kyrie Morgan. And our second place winner, Dan Curran. And our first place winner, thank you, Nicole Richardson. Tears of joy. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Okay, I want to give thanks to all of you for being here, for participating. You guys did a lot of work. Thank you. And we want to thank Charles Stewart Mott Foundation. Without them providing these funds, where will we be? Okay? And People's Choice Awards, I want to thank Michigan's Economic Development Corporation for technology and media support, 360 Interactive. Where are you? 360 Interactive. Back here working. Keep on doing it. We also want to thank University of Michigan's Office of Research and Economic Development. Anyone here from U of M? Okay. And then we have 100K Ideas. You guys are rock stars. You're the true rock stars. Thank you. And our judges, I want to thank LaAsia Johnson, Warren McClure, and Tanya Marcos Veto. There we go. And our selection committee, Tracy Joseph, Pranita Dharma Hikari, all right, and Daniel Command. And our mentors were Jordan Brown, Khalil Canifer, Adelio Asunalo, Stephanie James, Sophia Boyd, Marty Savas, and Theodore Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Come on, Vivian. Let's give a hand to Vivian. She's a rock star. She put all this stuff together. Vivian and 401 and 100K Ideas. Thank you.